unsigned agreements.
Okay.
About the presidency.
Okay.
Unsigned agreements about rotation of offices.
Okay.
Which is why if this person will come from here, this person will come from here, all those things needs to be organized. The reason why it needs to be organized is that if you don't do it, you create confusion for the future.
After this Peter Obi's interview went viral on the internet, ADC spokesperson Bolaji Abdullahi was forced to react. In a statement he released, he said, "We are not talking about zoning or no zoning now. Nigerians are still waiting for us to tell them what we will do differently. So zoning or no zoning is not on the table now. If that is the condition for Obi to join us, maybe he should wait till that time. I understand what Peter has been saying, but I will encourage him to make up his mind if he wants to be part of the coalition or not. The most important thing for us is how we can convince Nigerians that we represent the credible alternative, and this is without prejudice to where the candidate will come from. For us, we want Peter Obi to join us in building a political party that can reset Nigerian politics and provide a credible alternative. But if zoning is the condition on which he continues to assess the coalition, he should probably wait until we get to that point. It's unfortunate that he used a word like unstable, because instability is not contingent on whether we are able to make certain decisions on zoning at this point. We are stable. Within 5 months, we have offices in 27 or 28 states without a single political office holder. That's a major achievement. We want him to be part of our journey. We want him to be part of building the party. What happened in 2023 should have been a lesson to Nigerian politicians, but they never learn, simply because they put their interests above everything. If that their interest is not covered, all you are saying is bunkum to them. Yes, that's how they behave. They never learn anything. That's why all the politicians keep recycling themselves. You will see someone that you knew in power about 20 years ago. He's still in power today. He's still fighting for positions. They never learn anything. All the mistakes they made before, they continue to repeat the same thing, expecting to get a different result. Imagine Atiku Abubakar, who is running around to contest again in 2027 when he will be 81 years old. Well, he will be 80 by the time the election is held, but he will still be 81 in the same 2027. So how does it make any sense? Someone that has contested more than 5 times, shouldn't he have learned a lesson that, hey, maybe it's not just the election this time, it's Nigerians that don't want me? Yes, it is his right to continue contesting. Even by the time he will be 90 years old, he can still choose to contest. But what about the party, all the people around him pushing Atiku Abubakar? Can they say, hey, this time around, let's respect that zoning, that unsigned agreement between politicians that power must rotate between the north and the south? Right now, it is the turn of the south. They can't hide under the guise of trying to remove Tinubu and say, only a northerner, only this, only that. Atiku that couldn't beat Tinubu in the north in 2023. Is it the person they are saying should contest? Atiku that cannot win any southern zone. He can't win the south-south. He can't win the southeast. He can't also win the southwest. Where is he going to win? Are you sure he's going to defeat Tinubu in the north? These are the issues. And apart from comparing whether he win or not, the most important thing is the party must recognize equity, fairness, and justice. You are telling Nigerians you will do something differently, but the basic thing that other parties have done, APC has zoned their ticket to the south, likewise PDP, you are a new party that is talking about having offices in many states, but you don't want to do something that existing parties have done. What message are you sending to Nigerians? You are simply telling Nigerians that you will not do things the right way. It's as simple as that. So don't expect Peter Obi to join when you know that even if he runs as an independent candidate, of course the constitution doesn't allow that. If he runs on his own, people will vote for him. That was the way you guys mocked him in 2023, saying he won't win one state, he won't do this. At the end of the day, you people teamed up, PDP guys and APC guys teamed up and rigged him out of the election. Now the new party, Atiku, wants to run under the ADC. They don't have any elected member in the Federal House of Reps. They don't have any governor. They don't have any person holding any political position in the country. This was the same thing Atiku told Peter Obi, that how is he going to win a presidential election when Labour Party has no representative, no governor, no this, no that? He was mocking him because PDP at the time had many governors, although right now many of them have decamped to APC. And it was Atiku that caused it if he took the decision on time, saying, I will no longer contest. Because he was still in PDP, scheming to contest under PDP in 2027. But when he saw that Wike was not ready to let go and he can't fight him, he left PDP and moved to ADC. Now he still wants to contest under the ADC, despite the fact that it is not the turn of the North to produce the president. Another thing you will notice in Bolaji's statement is that he kind of left the door open, asking Peter Obi to wait till the time the party will decide on zoning. Does it mean the ADC will eventually decide on zoning? They will tell Atiku Abubakar point blank, hey, it is the turn of the South, drop your ambition, let's move forward. You hear things like, if Peter Obi truly thinks he's popular, why not submit himself to an open primaries and we will know the winner, blah, blah, blah. The primaries they always talk about is dollarized primaries, where they stake millions of dollars to buy delegates, and not that Peter Obi and his group cannot match Atiku Abubakar, but is it necessary to do that? Why should delegates earn millions of dollars just because they want to vote in a primary election? It doesn't make sense. Money that should be put to better use, you give it to people to bribe them to buy their votes. Anyone who buys that vote who is not going there to represent you, he's going there to recover his investment because it has become an investment. He paid for it. And you have no right in future to criticize him and say, what are you doing? You should solve this, you should solve that. No, he paid you off already. He bought you and your family. You have lost your right to criticize that person. This is how it works. So let no one deceive people by saying, subject yourself to primaries, this, that. No. And besides, before APC formed their own coalition, many parties came together to form APC before 2015 presidential election. They agreed on a candidate before taking that leap. The presidential primaries was just a formality and to fulfill legal obligations. So if ADC members want to do exactly the same thing APC did prior to 2015 presidential election, their members should sit down with each other like gentlemen and discuss zoning. Zone the ticket to the south where it's supposed to go, and inside that south, you now choose a presidential candidate. At that point, they can back whoever they want. Since they don't want Peter Obi, it's very obvious. All these politicians, the reason they don't like him is because he's going to disrupt their system. The system they operate is where they steal Nigerian people's resources and live large and laugh at people living in poverty. Look at the people in power today, the APC members, and they call themselves progressives. They have destroyed Nigerian economy. Look at the high cost of living. Look at everything they've done. Nigerians are worse off today compared to 10 years ago, and they tell you they are developing the country. So Nigerians shouldn't allow political jobbers to gaslight them. These people don't care about winning elections. They don't care about the progress of this country. They are only following the money. They know that Peter Obi will never spend money like Atiku Abubakar does. Peter Obi is not going to give anyone money in any presidential primaries. He toured the entire states in Nigeria when he wanted to contest the primaries under PDP. But when he saw that they were not ready to zone the ticket to the south, he decamped to Labour Party. Even during elections, he's not going to give anybody any money. Look at how he conducted the campaigns in 2022 and 2023. He never paid people to be transported to his rally to see him talk. It doesn't make any sense. He's coming there to tell you, hey, vote for me. I will turn around your fortunes. Why should he pay you for that? It doesn't make sense. So political jobbers believe in the money. They already have a budget for how much they are going to gain and earn from presidential primaries. If someone like Atiku Abubakar contests that presidential primaries, it will be a dollar rain. That money will flow. This is what they are hoping for. They don't care if he loses the election. And they also know that if he's on the ballot in 2027 presidential election, it will also be a dollar rain. Millions of naira will flow to them. He will spend money. He will give them money. Go and do this, organize that, do that. They always pay people to attend rallies so that they will brag and say, look at the support Atiku Abubakar enjoys or my party man enjoys. So these are the issues. If Peter Obi is on the ballot, let's assume Peter Obi eventually becomes the presidential candidate of ADC, you won't see that money. That money will be spent where it's supposed to be spent. He doesn't spend money buying people or directly bribing them. It doesn't make sense. How can you be telling someone, you are convincing someone you want to save him and you're giving the person money in order to save him? It doesn't sound reasonable. If you truly want to save people, you have to tell them that everyone has to work together to make sure that we secure the country, we get the best for the country, and everyone at the end of the day will be better off for it. Not these political jobbers who are planning on how they will buy a land or buy a car or travel abroad with the money they will make from election. No, the time has passed. These political jobbers force candidates to spend enormous amount of money. And when that candidate eventually gets to power, he will first of all focus on recovering his investment. Yes, it has become an investment. They will be telling you, just have money, we will help you buy this person, buy that, do this. And at the end of the day, the person will have spent his budget. He will be forced to borrow money to support the campaign. Why wouldn't that person seek ways to recover his investment, even with benefits? So these are the issues. So ADC members should quit the pretense. They are pretending they all love the country, that they are patriots, that they are all concentrating on removing Tinubu. But what about his replacement? They should look Atiku in the face and tell him, hey, you have contested 5 times already. Give way for another person. Also, if you don't respect zoning, that means you are going to be lawless, even worse than Tinubu if you ever eventually get there. Thanks for watching.